Well, we definitely did consider a band. We thought that might be a little more classy. We priced a couple of bands and then decided a DJ is just as classy.
If you find
And we started, you know, thinking about all the things we don't like about DJs we've seen, and we just decided if we can find a DJ that doesn't have any of those kind of qualities, then we're all right with using a DJ.
We had multiple rooms kind of scenario too, and that was my big fear, was that we had the main room where the dancing was, and then we had like a cake room and another room. So my fear was that people would go to the bar outside of the room and then no one would be on the dance floor. And I just like when it's just the bride out there with the kids dancing and everyone else is at the bar. So that was probably my bigger fear, was that we would have people at the bar, not on the dance floor.
Well, we watched The Wedding Singer beforehand, and that just didn't seem like a good approach. So, well, okay, I made the decisions, I'll be honest. But just with the DJ, and I don't know, you're going with a quality person or a quality company, so you know you're going to get a good product and someone who can kind of run the show as far as the music goes. And we just thought a DJ would probably be the best fit for us.
bad DJs are very easy to spot.
Yeah.
We've been to several weddings with bad DJs and there's no one on the dance floor.
We were just at, what was it before? It was after? No, it was before ours. It was before our wedding, and they had like one big speaker over in the corner and a little twisty ball that shot you light out. It was really cheesy. It just really didn't do the part.
I actually traveled with Carrie fairly recently to a wedding that she was shooting. I was sort of helping haul equipment. And the DJ there, we both agreed, was exactly the kind of DJ we didn't want. She was the wedding party. She was the MC. She was the jokester. Everybody had to wait after every song and look at her to take direction on what happens next.
Well, I always tell my clients that they should carefully pick their DJ and their photographer because they spend a lot of their day, even though it's separate times, with their photographer and their DJ. And I think it's really important that you pick somebody that you can work well with.
And the DJ had this control issue. Like, he was up there and he's like, do this is what I want you to do right now. And it was really commanding. It was really irritating also, and nobody was involved. And you could look around a little bit, and people were just like, what is this guy up to? It's kind of weird and not quite appropriate. But I didn't have that thought once at our wedding.
I think everybody has a different sort of feeling as to how much of an impact they want the DJ to have.
Yep.
And that was one of the options on the sheet, whether we wanted the DJ to be very involved or very little involved. And for us, the less involved the DJ was, the better for the wedding.
I guess I wasn't looking for an entertainer. I was looking for someone to provide a style of music and specific genres of music that I felt would fit the needs of my crowd and my audience and my guests. We called and they sent over a whole packet of information. We had a CD-ROM that we could use to explore music styles that we were interested in, a profile to fill out. It made us feel that they were comfortable. We were comfortable with how they understood what we were looking for in our evening.
There's a definite advantage to it. I mean, you come home, you've got the slips, the papers in the mail, ask you what preferences you have as far as DJ interaction, as far as what music you want. It's just nice to kind of lay it all out, and you don't have the pressure of somebody sitting in front of you waiting for an answer. You can sit there, really think about what you want, decide what type of music, what type of interaction, and write it down on a piece of paper and send it back in. It's on your own term, on your own time. I don't know, that's a really nice way to work it out.
Oh, I loved having the CD. I mean, we sat down, I think, 3 different times with the Motion Music CD going through all the available songs. And we have a lot of say over what it's going to look like. And we also felt like we had a lot of say of how much discretion we give the DJ, which was nice.
We hadn't done it together. It would have taken a lot less time. We had fun just listening to music.
Yeah.
We just kept going through the list and checking out
Here's so many
different songs.
different, so many songs that I've heard. So it was cool.
Oh yeah, I'm not a DJ. I couldn't plan a whole wedding dance.
No.
I could sit in my basement and listen to all my favorite songs, and I know exactly which ones those would be. That doesn't mean I could plan an entire dance and get everybody going and keep them going. Well, I learned that the hard way too toward the end of the night. I just absolutely demanded that this certain Mason Jennings song be played. It's like, you're playing this song. Let's do it. Play it right now. He played it, and I love it. It's a great song. I danced to it in my living room here, but then I was like, yeah, this really isn't a dance song. Everyone's kind of looking at me like, this is the one you demanded be played. So yeah, you've got to defer to the discretion of the DJ to some extent. We said to him, you know, this is what we want, but this is not a concrete roadmap for the whole night. If you play, you know, 3 songs on this list from a certain genre that everyone's really getting into, then you move to our next few songs and they're a bomb. Even though we like them, if they flop, you're the DJ and we want you to know that you've got the discretion. He knew what he was doing and what was going on. He was very well dressed, but not with the cummerbund and the bow tie and the usual DJ fare.
The first time I talked to him, he called me at home and just said, "Hi, I'm your DJ," and just told him a little bit about what he thought he'd be doing at the reception as far as the stuff I put down on the sheet of paper, what preferences we wanted. But he was really straightforward, really calm and relaxed, and it made me very comfortable and very excited to have him come to the wedding. It's kind of nice knowing that somebody you don't even know is going to take a little bit of pride when they come to your wedding and set it all up for you. It was exactly the same. I mean, he came up, he was very professional, he shook my hand, he said, "Hi, I'm your DJ," and I was just like, this is awesome. I don't have to be concerned one bit about who's back there running the tables. I just know it's going to be a good fun. It was awesome.
He was dressed nicely. He seemed to know what he was doing. Did a great job. Asked us if there were anything, throughout the evening, briefly pulled us aside, asked us if there were certain songs that we wanted to make sure he played. Definitely made sure we played the last dance that we wanted. Was very concerned about what we were looking for in our evening.
I really liked him. Actually, there's funny because somebody took a picture of them with our DJ, which is kind of fun. But they liked him. I think that all of our friends, they raved about the job that he did, and he was very easy to go up and request songs. I think he did a good job pushing people back a little bit on songs they wanted for later in the evening.
We asked him. We said, we don't want our DJ to be on the microphone in between every second or third song, like it's a commercial radio station or something.
And then the greatest part was, and this is the cool part about the DJ we had, he went along with kind of spur of the moment things that we wanted to do, and we decided to do the snowball, which is old school, 80s at the roller rink, but he went with it, and he's like, snowball. So we split up, and it was the best thing. It was so much fun.
It actually got the whole thing going. It got everybody
It did.
on the dance
Everybody
floor.
was out there. It was great. I was dancing with my cousins, my sisters, my friends. We had an absolute blast, and I couldn't imagine anything better.
And like I said, it was the McNamara Alumni Center, real big open space. It's a cavernous space, very high ceilings. I'd been there at a party where the DJ just cranked the volume, and it was a huge turn on. Ear splitting, huge echoes, just not fun. And I was worried, not just about song selection, but I needed the DJ to have enough experience to deal with that space and know what it's going to sound like and when to turn it down.
The volume was great, the lights were good, and one good thing I liked is you could always hear the DJ speaking, because a lot of times you never really know what they're saying. So.
If people were still dancing till the very last song, it wasn't until the next day when everybody else showed up, rubbing their eyes from being a little bit tired, that people gave us really good feedback about the party.
We had a crowd
We
on
actually
the
had to
dance
kick
floor.
them out.
We had been to a wedding about 3 weeks prior to that, where one of our friends went with a swing band, and those take so much longer for people. Like, people finally sort of dances with the swing band at 11:30 midnight. With our wedding, people dance the whole time, and that was the one thing that our friends kind of said, you know, I know the band seems really cool, but look at that we danced the whole night at your wedding versus kind of being more selective on what we danced with the bands.
I thought the DJ did a great job of recognizing, hey, I'm the groom, she's the bride. When we say we want to hear jump around or, you know, let me clear my throat or whatever, we get up there and we say, now's the time to play this song. He's right on it, and that was
Very
great.
professional. But you know what also was fun is that we wanted to dance. I mean,
Right,
we never stopped
right.
dancing either. That was fun to dance because that's the part of the evening where it's a dance.
The videographer said that he's videoed many weddings in his time, and he said this wedding, he's seen the most people out on the dance floor than any other wedding that he's ever been to.
Everybody said that they had a great time.
Yep. It was comfortable just for everybody to get up and go dance. It was, I mean, the overall atmosphere, the reception was nice, the decorations were well done, the service was good, but everyone keeps talking about the dance. They said they've never been to a dance where so many people participated and they were that comfortable having appearing having a great time.
And we have to thank Motion Music because there were people on our dance floor all night.
Yeah.
There was never a
That's
dull
what I was saying earlier, that there's a huge part of being able to play the right music at the right time to keep the crowd going. And if you just had a list of music sitting there that you're just supposed to play one after another, it's not gonna work. So the DJ did a really good job of putting the right music on at the right time to be able to keep our guests out there. There were people on the dance floor that we hardly ever see on the dance floor, so it was a lot of fun. In fact, we spent our goal was to spend most of our time on the dance floor because we had the most fun.
I've got the pictures to prove that it went great. I've got aunts of various ages and
Yeah.
dancing ability,
Yeah.
all captured on film.
I just graduated from college. My wife and I are, very career-oriented people, and I'm running my own business, and I'm really busy. I don't have time to be able to make a meeting for 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night to go meet with somebody to go over a schedule of what song I'm going to be playing at my wedding. It was really convenient to be able to just have the package, everything sent to us, and we can just sit down and go over it at our own time when we had time to do it. It worked out really well, actually, and it was an easy situation. I just called up Motion Music, said this is our date, and you guys have it. And right away they said, well, we have numerous DJs that we can put on that date with you.
Everyone was very professional. Any question I had, they answered up front, honestly. I mean, I really found them. I did a lot of shopping around, and we looked at a lot of different DJ services. We looked at a lot of different everything through this process. And I found Motion Music to be in line, competitive in the marketplace, professional and upfront. They seemed motivated, they seemed fun to work with. And those are the kind of people that I want running music for my day. It was the best vendor I had to work with throughout my whole process.
Your wedding is all about personal attention. So are we. What if you had unlimited dance time for a flat rate? Introducing a better way to meet your music needs. Greet your guests with background music. Begin 1 hour prior to dinner. Continuous music until the reception site closes. Professional JBL sound and light. Wireless microphones. 6 hours or more of service. More than a DJ service, less than the Minneapolis Symphony.